Hello and welcome students, staff, administrators, and to those of you that are beyond our school walls. Y por supuesto a todos quienes hablan español, bienvenidos igualmente. We would like to welcome you to another episode of LPS News, where our goal here is to bring you all the news that is important and relevant. I'm Sophia.
That's right. Hello to all you junior writers here on campus of Hollenbeck Middle School. We would like to welcome you all once again to LPS News, to the STEM Magnet, Dream Academy, and of course LPS Magnet. A great big welcome to you all, and thank you for tuning in for this broadcast. I'm Melanie.
We hope you have been enjoying our programming over the past weeks. We have been doing our best at being able to provide for you programming that you will enjoy. Another thing we hope you have been enjoying is your time during lunch. By now, we all know that we have been fortunate enough to have dual lunches this school year. Recently, we had a change in our lunch order. All of us switched from first lunch to second lunch, or second to first. While going through a change like this will always give us an opinion, let's see what your opinions are on this school lunch change.
Mariana with LPS News, and I'm here with
Natalia Lopez.
I'm here to ask you, do you like the switch between the lunches? Why or why not?
I'm fine with the lunches. The switch, I'm sort of comfortable with it now. Lunch B was better for me because we had period 4 and then we have a break between that. And now with lunch A, just like in the middle of our third period, we eat and then we go back because it could be a bit more tiring after having 3 periods. So I would say I prefer lunch B, but I'm completely fine with it.
Do you still see any of your friends? Like, do they switch lunches? Or
No,
do they not?
all of our class switched lunches. I still see them, but some people I don't, but it's fine because I still have other times to talk with them. But yes, I still do see my friends.
Okay, this has been Mariana with LPS News.
And I'm here with
Daniel Capo.
Hi, Daniel. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Do you like the lunch switches? Why or not?
I like the original lunch more better because they have my favorite foods, like a few frozen veggies. And my opinion on the school lunch is kind of fine because there may be my favorite foods. My favorite foods like tenders, nuggets, and a few veggies I like. That's not cauliflower.
Interesting. Another question is, do you think the lunch switches were necessary? If so, why?
They're fine because first lunch is kind of fine because I will be late a few minutes later. Second lunch is better so I can relax and be comfortable.
Okay, my final question is, do you think the lunch switches were fair for kids?
Kind of fine because I won't able to see my friends or unable to play my PC and watch videos.
This has been Malia for LPS News. Back to you.
Many of our students and teachers think that the lunch swap was not that bad of a change. Many of us are still happy to be with our friends, so regardless of whichever lunch you are in now, we hope that you are enjoying that time for your meal and for your friends.
Yes, we should enjoy our friends and meals, but we should also tend to our behavior during the break. During our breaks here at school, we all notice the behavior that happens on our campus. Yes, some may see mean behavior, some may see nice behavior. Let's be honest, this is middle school. Not everyone is a super nice kid like you, Sophia. We were interested in the thoughts you all had about the behavior we see on our campus throughout the day. Let's take a look and see what some of you had to say.
Hi, my name is Jose Gaspar from LPS News, and I'm here with
Francisco.
And have you ever seen your friends with bad behavior?
Yes, multiple times, because it's either they do something wrong or they are getting in trouble over things they're not supposed to be doing.
Have you ever seen a kid getting bullied before?
Yes, I have. Back in elementary, I saw a lot of kids getting bullied, and I would stand up for them, tell the other people to not do it, just by the way they look and because how they speak.
This has been Jose Gaspar from LPS News. Back to you.
Hi, this is Randy from LPS News, and I'm interviewing
Miss Nichols, the librarian.
And we're gonna ask you about some student behavior in Hollenbeck Middle School. So, do you think all the students in Hollenbeck have bad behavior?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I don't think all the students have bad behavior. I think sometimes kids forget, though, like, to be respectful, to follow all the rules at school. I know here in the library, I have kids, you wouldn't believe it, actually, Randy, right? I have some kids that come in, and they come in really loud. Like, they come in, rah! And I have to tell them, oh no, you can't come into the library in that way. And but that's not all the time. Every once in a while that happens. I also sometimes encounter kids that are, not being safe in the hallway in front of the library.
Yeah.
Right? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen a lot of kids.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And they kind of get loud in front of the library. And so then that's a problem because then they have to stand in the hallway and not check books out to kids and watch them as they walk by to make sure they're safe, make sure they're being respectful to each other. And so, but I definitely don't think that all our students have trouble with their behavior. It's just a few that forget. And they're all great kids, but they just forget sometimes.
Okay, and what would you do to change the behavior?
Well, what I do is I just remind them to follow the rules. When we come to the library, we use our soft voices. And then when we're in the hallway, we're walking, we're being safe, we're keeping our hands on our own bodies, and we're just using our regular talking voices. We're not screaming.
And what would you do if you saw a kid getting bullied?
Well, I would definitely, walk up to the kids and, talk to them and make sure that they separate and they, that the one kid who's doing the bullying, steps back and away from the student, and just, try to figure out what's going on. Usually there's a situation there that maybe one of the kids has to talk or, so I just try to figure it out. And if that student needs help, then, I might refer him or her to somebody that can help them.
Okay. This has been Randy from LPS News. Now back to you.
My name is Diego, here for LPS News. Today I'm interviewing
Ms. Camacho.
Have you ever encountered a student with bad behavior?
I have, but I think everyone has their reason for their behavior that day. Who knows what they could be going through.
Do you think a student with bad behavior can make a change?
I do believe. I think it just matters of who checks in, how they help them, and just reaching out for help always.
This has been Diego, here for LPS News. Now back to you.
Hi, my name is Manuel Garcia and I'm here with
Destiny.
Destiny. I have some questions for you. Do you think that students behave good in school?
No, not all.
Why do you think that they behave bad in school but not at home?
Because there's not their parents there to get them in trouble, so they think they're not gonna get in trouble.
Alright, this has been Manuel for LPS News. Now, yes.
As you can see, bad behavior does exist even in the best of schools, but it does not have to be a fact of life. We know it happens, but at the same time, we could do all that we can to be respectful and well behaved. Nobody has to support or encourage any friends with bad behavior, and nobody should force you to behave badly either. Let's work together to create a healthy, safe, and respectful environment. If you ever see bad behavior happening, tell somebody, because you could be the help others need.
That's a great story, Melanie, and I'm sure that many will agree with me that bad behavior may sometimes lead to consequences like detention. I'm sure that at some point, a few of us students may have missed an assignment before. Maybe it was because we forgot or just couldn't do it. It's possible that our missing assignments has led to us ending up in detention. Well, detention is where we are taking you.
Wait, we're going to detention?
No, we are going to watch the interviews we got on detention.
Oh, I see. That's better.
This is Milo here for LPS News, and I'm here with
Aaron.
Our first question would be, have you ever had detention before?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't like doing my homework.
Our second question would be, what's the longest you have stayed for detention?
7 hours. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I just say
Our third question would be, do you think detention minutes or hours should be extended? Why or why not?
No.
This has been Milo from...
Hello, this is Melanie from LPS News, and I'm here with
Mr. Serrano.
Okay, so my first question is, do you think it's fair to give detention to students when they don't do their homework?
I don't know if it's fair, but I think that students need to have some consequence for doing their work, not doing their work, and they can do their homework during the detention time.
My second question is, do you think detention is a reasonable punishment for students?
Again, I don't know if it's reasonable. It depends what a student gets in trouble for. If they're going to stay for detention, it needs to be productive where students are doing work that maybe they're missing.
Okay, my last question is, what do you think is a good reason to give students detention?
I'm not a proponent of detention, but I think if students do something that maybe is unacceptable, maybe detention if parents agree with it. But I also think detention should be used if a student is going to stay. Most importantly, I think it needs to be used in a way that's going to be good for them as far as doing homework, catching up with assignments, not just sitting in the class doing nothing.
This is Melanie from LPS News.
Hi, this is Sophie for LPS News, and today I'm going to be interviewing.
Angel.
Have you ever had detention?
Yes.
For what?
For not doing my homework.
Okay. What's the longest you've ever had to stay for detention?
Like 30 minutes.
Have you ever skipped detention?
Yeah.
This is Sophie for LPS News.
Hi, I'm Catherine from LPS News, and I'll be interviewing
Eileen.
Have you ever gotten detention before?
No.
Do you think it's fair for teachers to give detention when you do something wrong or when you don't do your homework?
Maybe not homework because they could just do it after school.
What do you think is a good reason to give someone detention?
Maybe disrespecting the teacher.
I'm Catherine from LPS News, now back to you.
As you saw, many people had a different opinion about getting detention, but either way, it is up to us to do our part to stay out of detention. Yes, we may miss an assignment, but we should do all that we can to show that we are responsible enough to make it up as soon as possible. If we take care of our work and our conduct, we should never have to see the detention rooms.
The next story is about locker rooms. I have one, you have one, we all have one. Locker rooms are essential for our PE classes. We use them to keep our valuables safe and to change for our physical education class. Of course, we all have opinions about locker rooms. So some of our team members interviewed some of our peers. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey, this is Max for LPS News, and I'm here interviewing
Malia.
Well, Malia, I'm going to tell you questions about the locker room. Well, have you ever thought why it was important changing?
I think it's important because we shouldn't play in our uniform and stuff. They don't want us to get it dirty.
That's a good one. Okay, the next one is, have you ever forgot your locker code?
Yes.
Okay. The next one is, have you ever felt insecure while changing in the locker room?
I don't know.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. This has been Max for LPS News. Back to you.
Hello, this is Cam for LPS News, and today I'm here with
Allison.
Okay, Allison. So, why do you think changing is important when you're in PE?
So we won't sweat in our school clothes.
How often do you dress in the locker rooms?
Every day, except for Thursdays.
Okay, and how much privacy do you think we need in the locker rooms?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
It's okay. This has been Kevin for LPS News. Now back to you.
Hi, this is Justin with LPS News, and I'm here with
Adson.
Okay, Adson. What types of lockers do you think the school should have instead of the ones we have now?
I think the lockers that we have right now are alright. They're not the best, but I like them.
Okay. How often do you forget your locker code?
I don't really forget it, actually.
What opinions do you have about the locker room?
It's alright, a little loud. There's a lot of space, actually. It's funny.
This has been Justin with LPS News. Now back to you.
The majority of students enjoy the space of the locker rooms. Some think they have good privacy, though there might be some kids that don't like the locker rooms. If you don't change, it can cause your grade to drop in PE. So regardless if you think that the locker rooms are great or not so great, as long as we know that they're safe and useful for us to prepare for our class, we should not be afraid to use them.
That's a great point. We should never be afraid to use a resource that is made available for us. For example, LPS News is a resource for all of us to use. We here at LPS News are here to help you be better and more informed students. Les queremos dar las gracias a todos por estar con nosotros durante nuestro programa. Esperemos que les hayan gustado y nos vemos a la próxima. Until next time, I'm Sofia.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Many of you are already contributing to our growth, and we are thankful for it. We know that without you, we wouldn't be where we are. In return, remember that everyone here at LPS News is doing what we can to help you make you better students today and great leaders for tomorrow. Thank you for watching. This is Melanie signing off. Have a good one. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Another word!
I've been. Gosh, I was doing so good, and then after this cut, it's like so bad. Oh my gosh.
Alright, it's alright.
So you were enjoying that time for your meal and for your friends.
Yeah, for LPS News and it. And is there? I just link.
I got it on video.
Hold on. Don't cut it. We can cut this out. We could all what? I don't get it. But at the same time, we could all do.
I forgot.
Huh? Oh, Mr. I messed up!
That was the biggest huh I've ever heard.